The parking ticket fluttered in the wind, pinned under the windshield wiper of a car that wasn't where it should have been. Olivia Palmer stared at the citation, dated 3 days ago, for illegal parking at the River Heights Hotel, a place she'd never been. The timestamp read 11:37 p.m. She smoothed the crumpled paper between trembling fingers, her wedding ring catching the afternoon light. 3 nights ago, she'd been curled in a hospital bed, fighting through the worst of her pneumonia, while her husband Nathan had claimed he was working late. The hospital bracelet still circled her wrist as she stood in the apartment parking lot, having just been discharged. She'd called Nathan to pick her up, but he hadn't answered. She'd taken a rideshare home, planning to surprise him, only to find their apartment empty and her car missing. Now this parking ticket explained everything. And nothing at all. Her phone buzzed. A text from Nathan. On my way home. So glad you're feeling better. Love you. Olivia's throat tightened as she pocketed the ticket. She'd give him one chance to tell the truth. Just one. 6 months earlier. I can't believe we actually got it, Olivia said, running her fingers along the kitchen counter of their new apartment. After years of saving, she and Nathan had finally moved from their cramped studio to this spacious 2-bedroom with a view of the city park. Nathan wrapped his arms around her from behind, resting his chin on her shoulder. Believe it, Palmer. This is ours. All thanks to my new promotion. Olivia turned in his embrace. At 32, she'd finally landed a senior position at the architectural firm where she'd worked for 5 years. The salary bump had made this move possible. Nathan's smile didn't quite reach his eyes. Hey, my contributions count too. The gallery is picking up. Of course they do, she said quickly. Though they both knew her income covered 80% of their expenses, Nathan's photography gallery had been picking up for 3 years. That night, as they christened their new bedroom, Olivia pushed away the nagging thought that something had changed between them. Nathan seemed distant, even as their bodies connected. When he called out her name at the end, it almost sounded like a question. Nathan Palmer had always lived in the shadow of his wife's success. He'd fallen in love with Olivia Chan during their final year of college, was she, the brilliant architecture student with companies already recruiting her. He, the passionate but commercially unsuccessful photographer who believed his big break was just around the corner. 7 years later, he was still waiting for that break while Olivia's career soared. You need to show your work more, Elliot said, sorting through Nathan's portfolio in their shared studio space. Elliot Rodriguez had been Nathan's friend since college and now rented him studio space at a discount. These are good, man. Really good, Nathan sighed, glancing around the gallery that showcased primarily Elliot's work. Nobody's buying, because nobody's seeing, Elliot countered. You need to network, get your face out there. There's an event at River Heights Hotel next month, so arts patrons, critics, the works. You should come. I don't know, Nathan hesitated. Those fancy events. Not really my scene. It's exactly your scene if you want to be successful, Elliot insisted. Bring Olivia. She's good with people. At the mention of his wife, Nathan's expression clouded. She's busy. New promotion means longer hours. Elliot studied his friend. Everything okay with you two? Yeah, Nathan said too quickly. Just, sometimes I wonder if she regrets marrying someone who can't match her success. She doesn't seem the type to care about that. Maybe not consciously, Nathan admitted, but I see it sometimes. This little flicker of disappointment when I have to ask her to cover more than my share of rent. Again, Elliot clapped a hand on his shoulder. Then change the narrative, man. Come to the event. Olivia noticed the change in Nathan after they moved into the new place. He stayed later at the studio, was more attentive when they were together, brought home flowers without occasion. It reminded her of their early dating days, and it both thrilled and confused her. Someone's in a good mood lately, she commented one evening as he prepared dinner. Another new development. Just feeling inspired, he replied, stirring the pasta sauce. Elliot thinks I might have a shot at being featured in a citywide exhibition. Nathan, that's amazing. She wrapped her arms around him from behind, mirroring their pose from Moving Day. You deserve it. Your work is incredible. He turned, studying her face. You really think so? I've always thought so, she said, confused by his doubt. Why would you question that? He shrugged, turning back to the stove. You've just been so busy with work. Sometimes I wonder if you still see me. The comment stung. That's not fair. I've always supported your photography. Financially, sure. And emotionally, she protested. I go to every show. The ones you don't miss because of work, he interrupted, then immediately softened. I'm sorry. That was uncalled for. I know you're supportive. I want to make you proud. Olivia felt a distance opening between them that hadn't been there before. You already do, she said, but wondered if he believed her. The first time Nathan met Vanessa Reeves, he didn't think much of it. She was just another patron at the gallery, admiring Elliot's sculptures. But then she stopped in front of one of Nathan's photographs. A stark black and white of Olivia silhouetted against their apartment window. Her face turned away. This one speaks, Vanessa said, not realizing Nathan was standing nearby. There's loneliness here, isolation. I call it distance, Nathan said, stepping forward. Vanessa turned, surprised, then smiled. She was elegant in a simple black dress, her dark hair falling in waves past her shoulders. You're the photographer? Nathan Palmer, he extended his hand. And that's actually my wife. Something flickered in Vanessa's green eyes. Interesting. You photographed your wife to look so unreachable. The observation hit too close to home. Art reflects life sometimes, he said before he could stop himself. I'd like to hear more, she said, touching his arm lightly. I'm Vanessa Reeves. I collect emerging artists. Over the next hour, Nathan found himself opening up to this stranger more than he had to anyone in months. Vanessa listened intently as he explained his artistic philosophy, his struggles, his dreams. She didn't once ask what his real job was or suggest more commercial directions for his work. Questions. Olivia posed with increasing frequency. You need to be at the River Heights event next month, Vanessa said as she prepared to leave. I'm on the selection committee. Your perspective is exactly what we're looking for. After she left, Elliot sidled up beside him. Vanessa Reeves just spent an hour with you. Do you have any idea who she is? Nathan shook his head. Her family practically owns the art scene in this city. Her endorsement could change everything for you. For the first time in years, Nathan felt that his big break might actually be possible. Olivia's cough started as a minor irritation. She blamed the changing seasons, the dust from the move, the stress at work. But 3 weeks after they'd settled into the new apartment, she couldn't ignore it anymore. You need to see a doctor, Nathan insisted one morning as she doubled over, struggling to catch her breath. I have a presentation today, she wheezed. I can't miss it. Your health comes first, he argued, but Olivia was already gathering her portfolio. I'll go tomorrow, she promised. This client is too important. Nathan watched her leave, frustration and worry warring inside him. This was the pattern of their marriage. Olivia pushing herself to the breaking point for work, Nathan picking up the pieces when she inevitably crashed. He loved her determination, her drive. But lately, it felt like her career left no room for him, or even for her own well-being. His phone pinged with a text from an unknown number. This is Vanessa from the gallery. Got your number from Elliot. Coffee today to discuss the exhibition? Nathan hesitated only briefly before responding. Name the place. I'll be there. Coffee with Vanessa turned into lunch, which turned into an afternoon at her private studio, where she showcased the artists she'd discovered. Nathan found himself relaxed in her company in a way he hadn't felt in years. She saw him as an artist first, not as Olivia Palmer's struggling husband. You have a unique perspective, she said as they looked through his portfolio. You capture the unseen emotions in everyday moments. My wife says my work is too melancholy. Nathan admitted. She thinks I should do more commercial projects. Vanessa shook her head. That would be a waste of your talent. The market is saturated with commercial photographers. Your ability to capture raw emotion is what sets you apart. Her validation soothed an ache Nathan hadn't realized was so painful. When her hand covered his as they looked at a particular photograph, he didn't pull away. The River Heights event is in 2 weeks, Vanessa said. I've already shown your portfolio to the other committee members. They're impressed, really. Nathan couldn't hide his surprise. Really, she confirmed. Bring your best pieces. And perhaps leave your wife at home this time. You shine brighter when you're not in her shadow. The comment should have offended him. Instead, it resonated with a resentment he'd been nursing silently for years. Olivia's condition worsened over the next 2 weeks. The cough became deeper, accompanied by fever and night sweats. Still, she pushed through, unwilling to take time off during a critical phase of her project. Nathan urged her to rest, but his pleas lacked the urgency of before. He was distracted, spending more time at the studio, coming home with a nervous energy she couldn't quite place. The River Heights exhibition is tomorrow night, he mentioned casually over dinner, which she barely touched. I got selected to showcase 5 pieces. Olivia looked up, genuinely pleased despite her misery. That's wonderful, Nathan. I'll definitely be there. He stirred his food without meeting her eyes. Actually, I think you should stay home. You're sick, and it's just a small industry thing. Not worth exposing everyone to whatever you've got. The dismissal stung more than it should have. Are you sure? This is a big opportunity for you. I want to support you. The best support would be you getting better, he said, his tone gentler now. I need you healthy, Liv, she nodded, too exhausted to argue. Take pictures for me? Of course, he promised, kissing her forehead. That night, as Olivia tossed and turned with fever, Nathan spent an unusual amount of time selecting his outfit and styling his hair. She fell asleep before he left and didn't hear him come home. The River Heights Hotel ballroom glittered with the city's artistic elite. Nathan's photographs hung in a prime location, and throughout the evening, a steady stream of admirers approached him. For the first time in his career, people were taking him seriously. They love you, Vanessa whispered, appearing at his side in a stunning red dress, just as I knew they would. Nathan couldn't stop smiling. I can't believe this is happening. Believe it, she echoed his words to Olivia on moving day. This is just the beginning. As the night progressed and the champagne flowed, Nathan found himself sharing more intimate details about his marriage, his frustrations, his fears of never measuring up to his wife's success. You don't need to measure up to anyone, Vanessa said, her face close to his in a quiet corner of the ballroom. You're extraordinary in your own right. When she kissed him, Nathan knew he should pull away. Instead, he kissed her back with an intensity born of years of feeling second best. My room is upstairs, she murmured against his lips. Nathan hesitated, thinking of Olivia feverish at home. I should get back to my wife, should you? Vanessa challenged softly. Or are you just used to putting your life on hold for hers? The accusation hit its mark. With a decisive gesture, Nathan texted Olivia. Exhibition running late. Don't wait up. Hope you're feeling better. Then he followed Vanessa to the elevator. Olivia woke the next morning alone, her fever broken, but her chest still heavy with congestion. Nathan's side of the bed was undisturbed. She checked her phone and found his text from the night before. She tried calling him, but the call went straight to voicemail. Worried, she dragged herself out of bed and into the kitchen, only to find a note on the counter. Gone to the studio early. Big interest from the exhibition. Didn't want to wake you. Rest. Love, N. Relief mingled with pride. His career was finally taking off, and despite feeling terrible, she was genuinely happy for him. She made tea and settled on the couch, planning to rest as instructed. Her phone pinged with a notification from their shared credit card account, a charge for room service at River Heights Hotel. Time stamped 7:15 a.m., Olivia stared at the notification. a cold feeling spreading through her chest that had nothing to do with her illness. She told herself there must be an explanation. Perhaps the exhibition had included a breakfast meeting. But when Nathan came home that evening, flushed with success and smelling of unfamiliar perfume, she knew. "How was the exhibition?" she asked, her voice carefully neutral. "Amazing," he gushed, dropping his portfolio on the coffee table. "3 pieces sold already, and the curator of the Westridge Gallery wants to meet next week." "That's wonderful," she said, then added, "Did you stay at the hotel last night?" Nathan's expression flickered. "No, why?" "There's a room service charge on our card." "Oh," he recovered quickly. "Yeah, we had a breakfast meeting with some buyers." "I should have mentioned it." The lie hung between them, but Olivia was too exhausted to confront it. Instead, she said, "I'm going to the doctor tomorrow." "This isn't getting better." For a moment, Nathan looked genuinely concerned. "Do you want me to take you?" "No," she said. "I'll manage." That night, as Nathan slept soundly beside her, Olivia lay awake, wondering when her husband had become a stranger. The pneumonia diagnosis came as no surprise, but the doctor's insistence on immediate hospitalization shocked Olivia. "Your oxygen levels are dangerously low," Dr. Patel explained. "You've been pushing yourself too hard for too long. Your body needs rest and intensive treatment," Olivia protested weakly. "I have a project deadline, which you'll miss permanently if you don't address this now," the doctor said firmly. "I'm admitting you, today." In the hospital room, Olivia called Nathan, who answered on the 4th ring, ambient noise suggesting he was somewhere public. "I'm being admitted to Memorial Hospital," she said without preamble. "Pneumonia!" The background noise on Nathan's end immediately dimmed. "What? Since when do you have pneumonia?" "Since I've been coughing for weeks," she said, unable to keep the edge from her voice. "Can you bring me some things from home? I might be here a few days." "Of course," he said, sounding properly concerned now. "I'll come right away." Nathan arrived an hour later with a hastily packed bag and genuine worry on his face. For a few days he was attentive, visiting during allowed hours, bringing her favorite books, keeping her company. But as she began to improve, his visits grew shorter. He cited gallery meetings, potential buyers, networking events. Olivia didn't have the energy to question him, focused instead on healing enough to go home. On her 5th day in the hospital, Nathan visited briefly in the morning. "I have to work late tonight," he said, kissing her forehead. "Big opportunity with a new patron. But I'll see you tomorrow." "Take my car," she offered, gesturing to where her keys lay on the bedside table. "Yours was making that noise again." He hesitated, then pocketed the keys. "Thanks. Get some rest." That was the last she'd seen of him until finding the parking ticket 3 days later. The apartment door opened, and Nathan walked in, his expression brightening when he saw Olivia standing in the living room. "You're home!" he exclaimed, moving to embrace her. "Why didn't you call? I would have picked you up." Olivia stepped back, avoiding his touch. "I did call. Several times? You didn't answer. My phone died," he said smoothly. "I've been running around all day, meeting with gallery owners. Things are really happening, Liv." She nodded, noticing how he avoided her eyes. "Where's my car?" A barely perceptible hesitation. "At the studio. I've been using it like you suggested. Mine's still making that noise." "That's strange," Olivia said, her voice steady as she pulled the parking ticket from her pocket. "Because according to this, my car was at the River Heights Hotel 3 nights ago, at nearly midnight." Nathan's face drained of color. "I can explain how—" "Please do," she said, crossing her arms. "Explain why my car was at a hotel while I was in the hospital. Explain why you lied about working late. Explain why you've been avoiding my calls for days." "It's not what you think," Nathan began, but his eyes darted around the room, looking anywhere but at her. "Then what is it?" Olivia demanded, her composure cracking. "Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you took my car to meet someone at a hotel while I was sick in the hospital." Nathan's shoulders slumped. "It was a business meeting. At midnight? At a hotel?" Olivia laughed bitterly. "Do you think I'm stupid?" "No, Who is she, Nathan?" The question hung in the air between them. Nathan's silence was all the confirmation she needed. "Her name is Vanessa," he finally said, his voice quiet. "She's a patron from the gallery. She's been helping me with my career." "I bet she has," Olivia said coldly. "How long?" Nathan sat heavily on the couch. "It's not like that. She believes in my work. She sees me as an artist, not just as a yao. Your wife's financial burden?" Olivia finished for him. "Is that what I am to you now?" "A burden? No," Nathan protested. "But you have to admit, Olivia, you've always been the successful one. Your career has always come first. Even when you were literally collapsing from pneumonia, you still put work before your health, and before us." "Don't you dare turn this around on me," Olivia said, her voice dangerously low. "I worked hard to support us both while you chased your dreams. I never once complained. And this is how you repay me? By sleeping with some gallery patron in a hotel room while I'm in the hospital." "It just happened," Nathan said weakly. "Things don't just happen, Nathan. You made choices, multiple choices, over multiple days." Olivia's hands shook as she pulled off her hospital bracelet and tossed it at him. "Was she with you in my car other times too? While I was fighting to breathe in a hospital bed?" Nathan's silence was damning. "Get out," Olivia whispered. "Liv, please, get out," she shouted, her voice breaking. "And leave my car keys." Nathan placed the keys on the coffee table. "Where am I supposed to go?" "I don't know," Olivia said, suddenly exhausted. "Maybe your girlfriend has room at the River Heights Hotel. I hear the room service is excellent." After Nathan left, Olivia sank to the floor, allowing herself exactly 5 minutes to cry. Then she picked up her phone and dialed the police non-emergency line. "I'd like to report my car as stolen," she said, her voice steady once more. The knock on Vanessa Reeves's apartment door came at 8:17 a.m. She opened it to find 2 uniformed police officers. "Ms. Reeves?" the female officer asked. "I'm Officer Chen. This is Officer Diaz. We have some questions about a vehicle in your possession." Vanessa frowned, elegant even in her confusion. "There must be some mistake. I don't have anyone else's vehicle." "Are you currently in possession of a gray 2020 Honda Civic, license plate number JDC 4729? Officer Chen asked. Vanessa's expression shifted subtly. "That's Nathan's car. I mean, his wife's car. He lent it to me while he's using his at a photo shoot outside the city." "Ma'am, that vehicle has been reported stolen," Officer Diaz stated. "We'll need you to turn over the keys immediately." "Stolen?" Vanessa repeated, her composure slipping. "That's impossible. Nathan gave me permission to use it. His wife is in the hospital. She doesn't even need it right now." "The vehicle is registered to Olivia Palmer, who filed the theft report," Officer Chen explained. "She stated she did not give you permission to use her vehicle." "This is ridiculous," Vanessa protested. "Call Nathan. He'll clear this up." "We've already spoken with Mr. Palmer," Officer Diaz said. "He confirmed he did not have permission to lend the vehicle to a third party." Vanessa's face hardened. "So that's how she wants to play this?" "The keys, Ms. Reeves," Officer Chen repeated, extending her hand. Vanessa disappeared inside for a moment, then returned with the keys, which she practically threw at the officer. "Fine, take them. But this is a misunderstanding. We'll also need you to come to the station to make a statement," Officer Diaz added. "This could be considered unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. Are you arresting me?" Vanessa demanded, her voice rising. "Not at this time," Officer Chen said calmly. "But we do need your statement. You can follow us in your own vehicle." As Vanessa gathered her purse and phone, she typed furiously, "Your wife reported the car stolen. Police are here." "What the hell, Nathan?" Across town, Nathan was pacing in Elliot's apartment when he received Vanessa's text. His face went pale. "What now?" Elliot asked, watching his friend with a mixture of sympathy and exasperation. "Olivia reported the car stolen," Nathan said, his voice hollow. "The police went to Vanessa's." Elliot whistled low. "Man, when you mess up, you really commit to it." "This isn't funny," Nathan snapped. "Vanessa has gallery connections all over the city. If she gets charged with a crime because of Mia, because of you?" Elliot interrupted. "You mean because you cheated on your wife while she was in the hospital, and then gave her car to your mistress without permission? Those actions? Nathan collapsed onto the couch. I screwed up. I know that. Screwed up doesn't begin to cover it, Elliot said, shaking his head. You need to fix this. Starting with your wife. Olivia won't even talk to me. Can you blame her? Look, call her. Beg if you have to. The longer you wait, the worse this gets for everyone. Nathan stared at his phone, then finally dialed Olivia's number. To his surprise, she answered. What do you want, Nathan? Liv, please, he began. The police went to Vanessa's about the car. You can't do this, a beat of silence. I can't do what exactly? Report my own car stolen when someone takes it without my permission? That seems perfectly reasonable to me. But it's going to cause problems for Vanessa. Let me stop you right there, Olivia cut in, her voice ice cold. Are you seriously calling me to complain that your affair is having consequences? For your girlfriend? Put that way, it sounded as awful as it was. I'm sorry, Nathan said weakly. No, you're not. You're just sorry you got caught, Olivia replied. If you want to fix this, meet me at River Heights Hotel in 1 hour. Room 412. The call disconnected before he could respond. Olivia sat calmly in room 412 of the River Heights Hotel, the same room where the room service charge had appeared on their credit card. She'd booked it for the day, a symbolic choice that wasn't lost on her. A knock came precisely 1 hour after her call with Nathan. She opened the door to find him looking haggard and nervous. Come in, she said, stepping aside. Nathan entered, then stopped short when he saw Vanessa already seated in one of the room's armchairs. What is this? He asked, looking between the two women. Sit down, Nathan, Olivia directed, gesturing to the other chair. Vanessa's expression was glacial. Your wife and I have been having a fascinating conversation about you. Nathan sank into the chair. Olivia, whatever she told you, was illuminating, Olivia finished for him. For instance, I learned that you told Vanessa we were separated, and that I was holding on to your career out of spite. Nathan blanched. I never said you implied it heavily, Vanessa cut in, along with suggesting that your wife's illness was psychosomatic attention-seeking because she was jealous of your success. Olivia smiled thinly. Imagine my surprise to learn I've been the villain in the story of my own marriage. Liv, please, Nathan began. Don't call me that, Olivia snapped. You lost that right when you gave my car to your mistress while I was in the hospital. Ex-mistress, Vanessa clarified coldly. I don't date liars, and I certainly don't date men who use women as stepping stones for their careers. Nathan looked between them, confused. I don't understand. Why are you both here? What do you want from me? Olivia leaned forward. Accountability, Nathan. You betrayed me in every possible way. Not just by sleeping with someone else, but by painting me as an obstacle to your happiness, by taking advantage of my illness, by using the car I pay for to facilitate your affair. And you used me, Vanessa added. You leveraged my connections and my influence to advance your career, all while lying about your marriage. So here's what's going to happen, Olivia continued. I'm dropping the stolen vehicle report. Vanessa has agreed not to press charges for fraud or... Oh, did I not mention? She was considering that after discovering how much you lied to her. Nathan looked stricken. Fraud? I never... Oh, wow. You misrepresented yourself to gain financial advantage through my gallery connections, Vanessa said clinically. But Olivia convinced me it's not worth the hassle of legal proceedings. In exchange, Olivia continued, you're going to sign these. She slid a folder across the small table between them. Nathan opened it to find divorce papers. Olivia, wait, I'm not finished, she said sharply. You'll sign these papers, which include a fair division of assets. You keep your photography equipment and your work. I keep the apartment, my car, and my dignity. And, Vanessa added, you'll withdraw your pieces from my gallery's upcoming exhibition, immediately. Nathan's face crumpled. My career, will have to be built on your own merits, not on lies and manipulation, Vanessa finished coldly. This is what rock bottom feels like, Nathan, Olivia said, her voice softening slightly. The moment when your choices catch up with you. The question is, what will you do now? Nathan stared at the papers, then at the two women who had trusted him and whom he had betrayed. Slowly, he reached for the pen. I never meant to hurt either of you, he said quietly. But you did, Olivia replied. Actions have consequences. Even yours. As Nathan signed the divorce papers, Olivia felt a weight lift from her shoulders. Not the crushing weight of her illness, but the heavier burden of trying to carry a marriage alone. Vanessa stood, gathering her designer purse. I believe my part here is done. Olivia, it was interesting meeting you. Under better circumstances, I think we might have been friends. Olivia nodded. Perhaps in another life. After Vanessa left, Olivia and Nathan sat in silence, the signed papers between them. What happens now? Nathan finally asked. Now? Olivia considered the question. Now I heal. From the pneumonia and from our marriage. And you? You figure out who you want to be without using me as either a crutch or an excuse. I did love you, Nathan said, his voice breaking. I still do. Love isn't enough without respect, Olivia replied, standing. And you stopped respecting me a long time ago, maybe even before you stopped respecting yourself. 6 months later. Olivia stepped out of her Cara, the same gray Honda that had once held a parking ticket revealing Nathan's betrayal, and walked toward the gallery entrance. The sign above the door read, Perspectives, New Voices in Urban Photography. She hesitated before entering, adjusting the sleeve of her blazer. Her health had fully returned months ago, but she still found herself protecting her chest in crowded spaces, a phantom reminder of her illness. Inside, the gallery hummed with the energy of opening night. Olivia moved through the space slowly, taking in the photographs that lined the walls. Urban landscapes, intimate portraits, moments of connection and isolation captured in black and white. She stopped in front of a triptych of 3 photographs displayed together. The first showed an empty hospital room, light streaming through a window onto an unmade bed. The second captured a set of car keys on a table, shadows creating a sense of abandonment. The third showed a parking ticket, crumpled and worn. The placard beside them read, Consequences, by Nathan Palmer. Olivia stood transfixed, emotions washing over her in waves, anger, grief, and finally, a strange sense of peace. I didn't think you'd come. She turned to find Nathan standing a few feet away, looking both nervous and hopeful. Elliot invited me, she explained. He thought I should see this. Nathan nodded, understanding. I wasn't sure if that was a kindness or a cruelty on his part. They stood in awkward silence, the weight of their shared history between them. These are honest, Olivia finally said, gesturing to the triptych. That's what I'm trying to be now, Nathan replied. Honest, about everything, including my failures. Olivia studied him. He looked different, more grounded somehow, less like someone constantly seeking validation. The exhibition looks successful, she observed. It is. Smaller venue, but it's my work. Really mine this time, he paused. No shortcuts, no connections. Just the photographs and the truth behind them. And Vanessa? Olivia couldn't help asking. Professional relationship only. She agreed to review my new portfolio, but made it clear personal trust has to be earned back separately from artistic respect. Nathan hesitated, then added, She asked about you, actually. How you were doing. Did she? She admires how you handled everything. So do I, for what it's worth. Olivia allowed herself a small smile. It's worth something. Not everything, but something. They fell silent again, the gallery bustling around them. Are you happy, Liv? Nathan asked suddenly, then corrected himself. Olivia, sorry. The question surprised her. I'm healing. Building something new. The firm made me partner last month. Congratulations. You deserve it. And I'm seeing someone, she added. It's new, but good. Honest. Nathan nodded, absorbing this information with visible effort. I'm glad. An announcement called for everyone's attention as the gallery owner prepared to make a speech. Nathan glanced toward the front. I should go. Part of the opening ceremony. Of course, Olivia said. Good luck. I mean that. As he turned to leave, Olivia called after him. Nathan? He looked back. The work is good. Really good. You didn't need to use me or anyone else to succeed. Remember that. A genuine smile spread across his face. Perhaps the first honest one she'd seen in years. Thank you. That means more than you know. Olivia watched him walk away, then turned back to the triptych. The parking ticket in the photograph seemed smaller now, less significant in the larger story of her life. She took out her phone and texted James, the architectural engineer she'd been dating. Exhibition running a bit longer than expected. Still up for dinner after? His response came immediately. Take your time. I'll be here when you're ready. Olivia smiled and put away her phone. Outside the gallery windows, the city lights glimmered in the evening darkness. She had borrowed time once, a time she didn't know was being stolen from her. But now, her time was truly her own again. She took one last look at the photographs that documented the end of her marriage, then walked toward the gallery exit and the beginning of whatever came next.
And that wraps up today's story. Now we want to hear from you. Where are you watching from? Drop your city or country in the comments, and let's see how far these stories reach. If this story moved you or gave you chills, give it a like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories. One last thing, rate the story from 1 to 10 in the comments. Your feedback helps us bring you even better ones next time. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you being part of this storytelling journey.